Welcome to Junk Era Gold. My videos are dedicated to going over baseball card product from the 1980s, maybe early 90s as well. And what I have in front of me here is a list of my current collection. Um, all of these are BBCE wrapped boxes, and in the brackets here will indicate the amount of boxes I have. And I wanted to show my list because not that I'm trying to show it off. There are price, values put beside them. Like if 1981 tops, if I have two of them, $700 a box would be $1,400 total value. That's how I calculate that. 82 Fleer, $200 a box. I got two of them, so $400. So that's how I'm putting the values on there. But I wanted to point out some really good product. I think that if you're a collector and you also kind of want this to be a bit of an investment, that's why I'm doing this, is it's fun for me to collect with my children, but then in 25, 30 years from now, I'm going to hand it down to my children or my kids, or maybe even liquidate some product for myself and take my wife on vacations when I'm retired. That's why I have all this product right now. It's fun to collect with my kids, and it has a monetary value, which is kind of cool. So I want to point out some cool stuff that I think you can buy now and expect a very, very good return on if you were to hold on to it for 10 or 20 or even more years. All of this stuff in the early 80s is just getting way, way out of reach now for most collectors. 84 tops, I think you can probably still get your hands on for about $450 for an FASC. But you're going to have to. There's a massive gap between 85 and 86. 85, there's a lot of good rookies in 85. McGuire, Kirby Puckett, and Roger Clemens, of course, in tops. In Fleer, just Roger Clemens and Kirby Puckett. But nothing much in 86. And then 87, they just start really mass producing stuff on a scale that is just out of this world. If you want a Barry Bonds 87 tops rookie, just hold out your hand outside your back porch and eventually one will fall into your hand. It's nuts how many cards there are printed in the late 80s. But right now, 87 tops and 86 tops and Don Ross, they are going to go up in value significantly over the next 15, 20 years. Big time. They are affordable. And I want to talk about those 2 years and why you should purchase some BBCE wrapped product from 86 and 87. I have a couple examples. I don't have the really expensive cards if they were to be in PSA 10 in front of me, but I wanted to show you an 86 tops card. This is Ozzie Smith. In PSA 10, he's not worth that much. But if it were to be a Nolan Ryan or a Ryan Sandberg or a Pete Rose player card where he's batting, an Eric Davis second year, or a Keith Hernandez even, or there's one more. I think it's Andre Dawson. If those in PSA 10 have such a low PSA 10 population, because it's so difficult in 86 tops to find the top portion of the card, the corners and the edges here, because it's all black bordered and is very, very, very bold, every little imperfection shows up. So to get a PSA 10 is extremely difficult. And somehow the centering on Nolan Ryan's, Ryan Sandberg's, Keith Hernandez, Eric Davis is always off to the top. It is so difficult with the centering and the edges on the top and the corners, because it's black, to get a PSA 10. There's such a low population. That is the only reason why a BBCE wrapped 86 tops is selling anywhere between $75 and $95 on eBay. That's the only reason. There are no notable rookies, unless you consider Cecil Fielder or Vince Coleman notable, which most people don't. Then the rookies, there's no reason to buy 86 tops. Those 6 cards in PSA 10 are incredibly valuable, and that is the only reason why 86 tops has some value. That, and it's kind of an old set now. I mean, 86, you're talking, 35 years old now. So I wanted to recommend this particular set. If you were to buy wax boxes right now, this stuff will continue to go up in value. It's still affordable. Get your hands on some 86 tops BBCE FASC. It must be FASC. For 86 and 87 tops, has to be FASC. I'll show you my Eddie Murray as well. But it's so hard. Let's get a little closer. It's so hard to get these cards with no notable chipping. Like there's always a ding in the corner. You can always see the little tiny imperfections on the edges. You know, right over here on this side here. You can see that, the little chipping here, even through the top loader. So 86 Topps is a very sensitive, condition sensitive card. But your Nolan Ryan, Ryan Sandberg, Pete Rose player card batting, Keith Hernandez, Andre Dawson, and second year Eric Davis. Those cards in PSA 10 have quite the premium. So I would buy 86 Topps for sure. The other one I was mentioning, I don't have an example right here with me, but 87 Topps is starting to go kind of crazy this year because of Barry Bonds, obviously, and the hoping he gets in the Hall of Fame. I doubt he will unless he's elected by the Veterans Committee sometime down the road. But 87 Topps, my value is about $100 a box FASC for a wax box. That's affordable, and that's only going to go up. The reason being, another reason is Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, there has never been a player like him, and there never will be. I seriously doubt you'll have an all-star in baseball and another sport and in the same year like Bo Jackson did. He is one of a kind, and his rookie is in 87 Topps, and it has doubled in value since the summer. And Barry Bonds, PSA 10 rookie, has also doubled in value. Then, of course, there's Mark McGwire. And the only Hall of Fame rookie in 87 Topps is actually Barry Larkin. And that one has done the worst, has performed the worst out of all of them. He's not a very popular Hall of Famer, but 87 Topps is going to continue to go up in value. But it's still affordable now. So 86 and 87, get your hands on them. Also, let me see here. I have something else. I wanted to show you these guys. This is an 83 Topps traded set, BBC wrapped. If you turn it over, you can see it's tape intact. So that's kind of a crucial thing. It can't just be wrapped. It needs to have the tape intact too. You can see here, let's turn it around here. You see this tape? It's really nicely it's nice and close. It doesn't have any bubbling or wrinkling. It's perfect. So this is the kind of set that I believe will achieve really good value. 83 Topps traded, BBC wrapped is about the Darryl Strawberry rookie. If you go to 84, that's about the Doc Gooden rookie. 82 Topps traded, of course, is your Cal Ripken Jr. Rookie. And that one is probably the most expensive out of all the Topps traded sets. If you're going to have the BBC wrapped, I think they're going around $400 now for a set. And then there's 81, which is about Tim Raines and Fernando Valenzuela, but Tim Raines mostly. He's the only Hall of Famer. And because Harold Baines is actually the only card is in the base set. He doesn't appear in the traded set. So I would get your hands on these traded sets as well if you can find a pretty good deal. This one you can probably pick up for about maybe just under $100 or so. But I believe these are going to achieve pretty good value over the course of the years. Nothing here. It's a long game. If you're looking at value, it's a long time to hold. Probably 10 to 15, even 20 years. I'm going to hold my stuff for 23 to 25 years. I have a very, very specific plan, and these traded sets, BBC wrapped, are very, very important. But not only that, you can actually invest now in some of this kind of junk stuff. And again, my videos are called Junk Era Gold. 90 score. I have 2 boxes of those FASC, but I actually have an entire case unopened. Your chase card is your Bo Jackson silhouette. He's black and white photo. It was popular back then in 1990, and it's extremely popular now too. PSA 10 goes for about $170 to $190. And that's where he's standing in his football gear, black and white picture, bat over his shoulders, and his football pads on. And that's your chase card in 1990 score. Plus, you have a Frank Thomas rookie, Larry Walker rookie, and just to mention, it's Sammy Sosa. Also, Deion Sanders. Okay, Bo Jackson was incredible, but Deion Sanders did the same thing, baseball, football, and I think people don't give him enough credit. It's a absolutely almost impossible thing to do, to be a professional sports player in two professional sports, two different sports in the same year. That's nuts. I don't think that's really going to happen much anymore. I think those two did it then, and that's it. So for that reason, 1990 score is a good box to buy a bunch of and put away. You can also see down here I got 90 tops as well. That Griffey is very, very valuable in the PSA 10 because it's his first base card for tops. 89 tops traded was Griffey's tops rookie, but 90 he appears for the first time in the base set. Here's a Randy Johnson 89 tops traded. If you can get your hands on an 89 tops traded Tiffany unopened set, that is money. And actually, if I go on to my next page of my value, you can see right down here in the right here, 89 tops traded Tiffany set. I got a value of about 550. It does sell for a little more than that, but I'm pretty conservative with my stuff. That's a great set to have. But if you can't afford that, at least buy a couple of BBCE wrapped 89 tops traded sets. Just like this. It looks just like this, except, it's red and it's 1989. There's no tape on 1989 traded sets, so you won't be looking for tape intact. They just didn't do it that year. So buy a bunch of those sets and put them aside. And there's a lot of reason right now to buy basically late 80s junk era stuff. They are still affordable, yet the trend is changing. It hasn't changed enough that it's out of touch, but these things, all this stuff on the list here, and 89 Don Ross, 89 Bowman, they kind of blew it that year, but they started to get better in 92. 92, everybody knows Bowman didn't actually mass produce and then sell. They actually sold and printed their cards according to the dealer's order. So the dealer would order a certain amount, they would print that amount and send it to them. So it's a little less common, 92 Bowman, than other years. But, it's just one of those details. But this late 80s, early 90s era, get it, pack it away, put it away. You're going to triple, quadruple, or even a 10-bagger. It's going to be worth a lot of money 20 years from now. And that's kind of what I wanted to go over today. I just wanted to give a little bit of advice as to what to target if you're going to invest in junk era baseball cards. One last notable card I want to mention. People got to stop giving 1991 Fleer a bad rep. Of course, it's an ugly card. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. I hate this nonsensical yellow. Why? I mean, I guess that was just what they did. Bold, yucky colors back in the early 90s. 91 Don Ross was pukey, just terrible. But this card has tripled in value since March of 2020. Okay, it is now selling in PSA 10. Well, it topped out around $70, $75, but it consistently sells over 50 PSA 10. Actually, I need to go check it again. It might be higher now. But this card's a great chase card. Look at that. This is great. What a classic. And there's other, pretty cool Hall of Famers in 91 Fleer. There's also your Luis Gonzalez rookie. The other Hall of Famer rookies are in the update set, but Luis Gonzalez is a pretty neat rookie. You never know. Veterans Committee may elect him at some point down the road. 91 Fleer sucks overall, but you got to stop giving it a bad rep. Buy it, buy some boxes, open them up, and get your awesome, cards like this that you can put away, because they will be money in the future. This is a classic card. You got to put away some of this stuff too. It's cheap still, but it won't be cheap for very long. That's my point. I wish I had enough time to talk about this. I really want to. 89 Don Ross Baseball's Best. This Griffey rookie in here, I don't even know which block it's in. It might be this block or this block. I don't even know. But that Griffey in PSA 10 is now like a $400 to $500 card. Yeah, depending on the eBay seller, of course. But that is a money card. And I encourage you, buy these kind of sets. They weren't as mass printed or produced as the base set, so it is very collectible. It's a very cool set. You put these away for years, you're going to be able to sell them. Right now you buy a set for about, what, $45 maybe? A good quality one that doesn't have this little rip in here. And I think in 20 years from now, you'll be able to sell it for a good $250, $300. Of course, there's inflation and all that stuff, but still, it's really neat to think of your old junk era cards actually going up in value. The trend is changing. They are going up. So start buying junk era gold cards. And that will do it for me. Have a great week.